An oil change is usually a simple and quick procedure, but if you can't get the oil filter off, it can easily become a project. However, what initially causes the oil filter to become stuck? More importantly, once it becomes stuck, how can it be removed? We'll go over 3 time-tested techniques that will remove your oil filter quickly and offer installation tips for your new filter so you don't have to come back here when it needs to be changed again. But just before we start, please make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Why won't my oil filter come off? Your oil filter may not be coming off for 2 main reasons. First off, when removing the filter, the O-ring may stick if you don't apply a thin layer of fresh oil around it. Secondly, an overly tight oil filter installation will cause it to suction even more when the engine starts, making removal very challenging. Use only your hands to install the new oil filter. Don't use a filter wrench or anything similar, or you'll find it difficult to get the old one out. Even though there isn't anything you can do about it after the fact, there are some crucial things to remember when you do remove the old filter to prevent it from happening again. How to remove a stuck oil filter. Once you determine that manually removing the oil filter is not an option, it's time to consider some of your other options. The 3 most effective ways to remove a seized oil filter are highlighted below, along with the appropriate times to use them. Use an oil filter wrench. The purpose of oil filter wrenches is that they are excellent at removing outdated oil filters. These tools are available in different sizes and can be useful if you need a little extra power or if your oil filter is in an awkward-to-reach location. Installing a ring of sandpaper around the inside of the oil filter wrench is a simple way to add a little extra grip if your rubber gripper oil filter wrench keeps coming off. This brings us directly to our next option. Unscrew with sandpaper. Sandpapering the filter is one of the most tried and true methods if you don't want to spend a fortune. Because it works even when the filter is in an awkward-to-reach location, this trick is very helpful. Furthermore, sandpaper is inexpensive if you don't already have any on hand and is something that most people have lying around. The filter is gripped by the sandpaper grit, which facilitates its easy twisting off. Better yet, you can perform this trick manually or with the aid of a filter wrench, offering you the best of both options. Screwdriver and hammer. No matter what you do, the filter will occasionally begin to crush before twisting off. The only guaranteed method to remove your filter in this situation is to use a screwdriver and a hammer. Depending on where the oil filter is located, this may not always be simple. Additionally, there will be mess, so be prepared with a few pig mats and an oil pan or 2. Take a long, flat-head screwdriver and hammer it straight through the old oil filter. Just turn the screwdriver once it's all the way through the oil filter. There should be enough force to remove the old filter. To minimize the possibility of the old filter shearing off, drive the screwdriver as high as you can through it. Stop what you're doing, grab an oil filter wrench, and wrap it as high around the filter as you can if the filter does begin to shear. If it still won't come off, you can shear off the remaining portion of the oil filter and then remove the remaining portion with a hammer and vice grips. Remember that this won't be simple either, so only cut off the filter's bottom if there is absolutely no other option. Hope the information was helpful for you. If so, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel.